Okay, everybody, listen up. I'm almost kind of messing up here because this is like a special episode that we're doing. We brought a special guest on and stuff, and we have some exciting news because we are excited because we brought this young lady on before, and you know she's a networker. She's a major networker. She's always somewhere connecting people together, connecting. I mean, she's just let's connect now. She's connecting all the time.
She's always connecting the dots.
Yes, that was going to be the name, Connecting the Dots.
I'm glad we changed it.
Yes, we changed it to Let's Connect, not Connecting the Dots and stuff. But you know what? Let's welcome. We got Valerie Rivas in the studio, and she brought a very special guest. That is, I mean, they have a special event coming up. A very special event.
Let her introduce.
I'm gonna let her introduce. Yes.
Yeah.
She said no.
No. But yes, no, thank you again for having me on, and I'm really excited about what we have going on right now. And yes, so my name is Valerie Rivas, and I specialize in networking and also just being able to connect people to the right people. But then not only that, but being able to scale up businesses and share resources that are available. And the reason I wanted to bring my friend here, but then not only my friend, my great community partner of ours, I have the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce here with us. We have our chairman, Darrel Sauceda.
How are you?
Yeah. Yes.
Excited to be here.
Here as well. And the reason I wanted to bring him on is we've had a really good lasting partnership in the last few years, and we have been able to help other businesses, do workshops for them, partner up with different subject matter experts to bring expertise to the business owner. But then not only that, being able to share resources to the business community and just make sure that we're helping them and connecting them to the right people so that they can scale up. And one of the resources is the Los Angeles Latino Chamber.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for what's coming. We actually have an event coming up next week on June 11th. And I'll let Darrel talk a little bit more about what's going on and what to expect and how this can benefit the business owner.
Oh yeah, his watch is going off there. He's an important man.
I'm going to turn off my watch phone.
I think he has like 3 watches on or something.
It's just to make sure that I walk enough and keep healthy enough. Right?
Oh, we got to get. Yeah, we all got to do that.
Health is our wealth. That's all we have, right? That's one of the
Yes,
things
I like that. Health is our wealth. I love that.
Without good health, we have no wealth. And if you have wealth and you have bad health, what do you got? Right?
Nothing.
So, first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for the opportunity to come share this exciting news for the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce. And I invite everybody to come out to the Sheraton Fairplex on June 11th. And it's going to be very exciting. I mean, we have so many amazing things planned for that day. And, you know, in looking at it as a business owner, you know, I am the chairman of the board, that's true. But as a business owner, being in the business development world, we created this expo to something that I would like to come to, you know.
Right.
You know, in our business, you know, you look on your emails and there's so many people talking about come learn this, come learn that, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just tired of learning that it's a waste of my time. Basically, that's what I feel like, right? And hopefully nobody takes me literally because, you know, but that's just, you know, I'm going to share, you know, just my opinion. I'm not sharing the opinion of a lot of other people. So anyway, so we decided that we were going to last year. Thank you, Susan Rubio, Senator. She funded us to do our own URL, which is a big deal because we own this machine or this system that's called B2B. So we branded it Listo. Listo means are you ready?
Yes,
right. And what we did is one of the key components to Listo is our B2B. And our B2B is I have partners, you know, from AGL, from ACS Group, from Valcom, CBS stores. And what I've done is I've convinced them that we have qualified, vetted businesses that are ready to go to work. You know, not only do they have capital to go to work, but they have workforce and whatever it's going to take to meet their needs or to deliver the deliverables, as I say. So in the convention at our business expo on the 11th, we're going to actually be handing out letters of intent. And the reason they're called letters of intent because we legally can't do a contract, but we are going to be hiring companies to start working from the Bakersfield area, which we're working with MAOF, which people need to look them up. It's an amazing organization that's given us 2 big childcare projects, one in Bakersfield and one in Coachella. So we'll be issuing out contracts for all types of construction work, construction-related work on there as well, in Bakersfield and in Coachella. We got projects kicking off in San Diego for membership in San Diego to do a nonprofit. We're looking to do all types of stuff from HVAC work to plumbing to flooring to painting, etc., cleanup. We have 3 parks that we're in the middle of. They're designed and they're in permitting. So we're handing out contracts to build splash pads. We're doing maintenance facility centers, parking lots, pickleball courts. We're doing skate parks.
Nice.
All those are projects that we have cultivated with the team of business-to-business people to issue contracts to these individuals. So, unlike a lot of these other portals where you put your name in there and you're one of 80,000, one of 10,000, or whatever that portal does, well, ours is going to be very specific. So we're calling it Contract Connection. And why is that? Because we're going to be very, very strategic on our membership that's being vetted and how they're going to be able to provide, how we're going to be able to provide contracts under our LISTO program powered by the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce. So I'm excited. We're looking to do maybe $2 million of LOIs. Those are real jobs.
Nice.
Real jobs.
Yes.
People are starting to work already tomorrow before the June 11th. That's one of our programs we got going. And in this LISTO portal, we also have access a connection to capital, where if you're looking for factoring dollars to help, pay your payroll or to buy supplies to keep you going, we have a lot of our customers that our membership that has access to that type of funding. Then we have other banks that are working with us that have credit lines up to non-secured up to $250,000. What else are we doing? Oh Lord, we have.
I know you guys
going
so much.
on.
I mean, I'm loving this because you guys. I believe that if businesses out there are listening and stuff, or even people that are desiring to be an entrepreneur, I mean, to sign up, even to go to this convention, because what exactly is the purpose of the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce?
We are trying to bring awareness. We're trying to bring awareness to small businesses that this organization is ran by business owners. We don't have filters. We're a very raw organization. You'll see our board. If you look us up at www.lalcc.org, you'll see the most powerfulest, influential Latinos in the United States of America, I'm going to say, because my board is powerful. They speak with volumes. We're no joke. But, we're no nonsense either, we all come from the background of people saying, well, they're always trying to size us up and we're always having to prove ourselves, right? Not anymore.
Now,
That's right. I love it.
Now I feel like Darrel's being a little humble because I have seen them get multiple awards throughout the years that I have known them, not only at a local level, but also at a national level. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I mean, go figure, right?
Go figure. You're getting awards. You're a Chicano and you're getting
figure,
some awards,
man.
man.
I mean, it's just like, and it's not about the awards for me. To me, it's not a big deal. But yeah, we, like Valerie shared, we were recognized as the most innovative Chamber of the Year nationally. So we received the USACC Chamber of the Year. We went up to, I think we were in Miami to get the award. But we're sought out as one of the top chambers, Latino chambers throughout the United States of America. Okay.
And that's what I wanted to ask. What is the difference between the LA Los Angeles Chamber, Latino Chamber, and the other
The state chamber.
chamber?
So the state chamber is I am a member of the state chamber.
Okay.
So the state chamber is the chamber of chambers, I guess. Right, Valerie?
I think there's like 45, right?
Yeah, their constituents are chambers of commerce, essentially. Yeah.
All the chambers in California, I think there's like 40-something of us, we're members of them, and then they represent us as the state chamber. But every other chamber is a working chamber. It's up to us to do what we need to do in our communities. Mm-hmm. So what we've done, again, is I've shared the stories about, Imperial Valley, San Diego, the Inland Empire, current county, obviously LA County, right? So our chamber has now grown to Southern California. So we have it was my, it was what I wanted to do was share what we do. So our chamber now has taken on the thing with our legislative boards is now we're crafting legislation like AB 1392. What is AB 1392? Since 2004, we were locked out. Hospitals would not use us as local minority businesses. So we said, you know what, we need to figure this out. So we got a hold of an assemblyman, Freddie Rodriguez. He carried our bill. We crafted it, and we made it work. So now, starting July of 2025, now it's a governor signed a mandate now, or whatever they sign, right, saying that now you have to give opportunities to local businesses. So
I love that.
We're making a difference throughout the state of California. It's not just LA. I know that we're called the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce, but we were touching and we're making a difference throughout Southern California.
Do you have to be a Latino business, or it could be any type of business?
That's a very good question. We at the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce do empower our Latinos. Is what is our mission.
Okay. I love it.
That wasn't a straight answer, was it?
No, it was good. No, it's good.
I think you got your answer.
I got my answer. I mean, I wasn't looking for anything different. I just wanted to know what you guys, diversity. But no, I love the fact that that your chamber opens up a lot of opportunity because, like we talked off camera, there's a lot of things that, as Chicanos, Latinos, we need those resources. We need those opportunities. And what you're saying about the convention coming up, where there's going to be LOIs and these opportunities, and not just like, oh, yeah, I might work with you, but no, they're LOIs, like we're going to work with you. I mean, we need those doors of opportunity. We need those things, and it's just amazing to see that you guys are creating that for people like us. I love it. I love it. Because I'm raised right here in the San Gabriel Valley. Where a lot of people told me there was no opportunity for me, but locking arms with individuals that are doing something has made it possible.
And Darrel has a really great team behind him. So he has Olivia that runs the programming. He has Carlos, and then also his wife Anna that's heavily involved in the chamber. So that also makes a difference of being able to have a direct contact, and they actually listen. Like the board brings up ideas, their members bring up ideas, and one of the things I love about them is they're actually okay with trial and error and see if it'll go ahead and work. And for the most part, 99% of the time, it will work. So we've been able to bring in different subject matter experts and contribute the financing aspect of it as well to see how we can help scale up those businesses and being able to connect them to the right subject matter expert that can actually scale up their businesses. So we have gotten pretty creative with our workshops, and so I think that's one of the reasons why they do so well is they actually listen to the public as well. So
I love it.
That's
Sounds
important.
it sounds like you guys have a lot of opportunities for these businesses. So is this your first Biz Expo that you are hosting, or
No, second.
Your second?
Okay.
All right.
And why Pomona?
Why Pomona? Well, I said I'm a board.
We're not
member.
against it. We're not against Pomona.
no.
I'm not against
So,
Monique. Yeah, we're cool with Pomona Chamber. So why Pomona?
No, so Pomona. Well, I sit on the board of the LA Fairplex board.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Again, as an organization, we're mindful of dollars that we receive from our corporate partners. So we're very mindful. So how do we maximize it? In my business, I call it value engineering, right? So we look at it, we assess it. It says this is going to meet the needs. Where can we maximize the impact? And Pomona seems to be coming from the Inland Empire, LA.
It's like the hub.
County,
Yeah, like a
right?
centralized
Like
area.
centralized.
I believe, that it's a good place to have it. We might outgrow it. I don't know, right? But again, it's just that, this whole, the idea of this business expo is to create opportunities, real opportunities, not pie in the sky. I don't want to hear about it, right? And I know that it's already working. And, but we'll be launching it again on the 11th, and, whoever wants to be a part of it, whoever says they don't have time, then
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
No, I mean,
so is it a couple days or just one day?
One day.
One day.
Get to it.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna be there.
Is there a fee to
No.
go? It's free.
No,
It's free too.
right, it's no cost. We say
Oh my
no free.
God.
No cost. Okay.
Right? We say it's a no cost program because, it's our second annual, and we, as I shared with you earlier, thank you, Susan Rubio, for giving us the seed money for not only Listo, the portal, but to help us with this convention. So we need to share that. Money in the bank's good. I got it, right? But what brings more wealth? What brings more? What? To me, the money's well spent sharing the story with all businesses.
Absolutely.
But
No, I love it.
But we want to give you the recipe on how to get a contract. That's what we call it, connected to contract.
Darrel, what so that our audience knows, what can they expect from check-in to the end of the program? What time does it start, and then what does the agenda look like?
Well, it all depends on what you're looking for, because we're going to have a booth with or groups that are going to be recruiting talent. So bring your resumes if you're looking
what I
to move jobs, to move around to another job. If you're looking to become part of Listo, we'll have a booth set up for businesses to bring your capability statement so that I can talk to you, or the committee will talk to you, the vetting committee.
Nice.
That says, you know what, I think you're a match. You go to the next booth over, one chair over, and we have somebody listing you and putting you in the portal on the spot, ready to set you up to go participate in an opportunity. And the reason why it's so important for these companies to participate in at this capacity is that when you're a tier 2 or tier 3, meaning that you work for the boss and then he hired you and then you get hired there, you never get any recognition, or you never are creating your own capability statement. You can never say that I built JCPenney's or whatever it is, because you work for the guy that worked for the guy. So now we're going to help you create your own capability statement. You can say, I did this.
I like that. Yeah.
It's important because
It is. It's part of. You need a resume. Yeah.
and how do you again, the local hire that we were talking about, how do we keep that money in the community? We need to hire local. We need to make sure if this is something in the community that people need, you got to create that for them.
Darrel, what would you say? I know that you have a business, and I'll let you talk a little bit about what it actually is. But I know that you've leveraged also the chamber to scale up your business. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's helped you?
I wish I could tell you that story, but I made it.
Maybe
So-
I've heard it before.
So what I've done is purposely by design. I'm not a self-serving person. I would like to think I'm a servant leader, and that I put my membership first. Being the oldest of 9, I've always put my siblings first. So I look at this at this organization as my membership, or my group, my people, right? So what I'm always doing is, again, most of 90%, 80% of the work that's coming out of Listo is stuff that I've developed through my relationships throughout the 30 years I've been in business. The chamber brings me value because now I can go to CBS and says, hey, guess what? You need local help, right? Or like, I got the recipe. I got the solution through my organization. I'm going to bring you people that can deliver for you.
I like
So
it.
that's what the chamber has done for me. I'm grateful that I have board members that believe in me. Because sometimes I doubt myself. But
It happens.
as
It happens.
Valerie said, that they're willing to let me fall on my face once in a while. But not very often it happens. But no, it's.
No, I love it, man. I know, off camera we talked about that, coming on here, we have to be, a little bit, we're representing who we're representing, but at the same time, we are who we are. Yeah. And I love that. I love your vibe. I love the fact that when we came in, we just connected right away because, we're like the same, we're doing what we need to do. We want to help one another. We want to uplift one another. And that's what it's all about. I mean, when people, when Val asked for you to come on here, we didn't even hesitate because we're strong believers in empowering each other. We're we're big on that, especially Latinos, Hispanics, Chicanos. I mean, we're big on that, you know, and we want this platform to elevate individuals and we tell other people, join the chambers, join other chambers,
big
get
on that.
involved.
Yeah.
You know, don't just join us and oh, you're just with us, you know. No, because you might have something that we don't have. And they're going to benefit from you, you know?
They absolutely do.
And they do, yeah. So actually, we're going to join you.
I welcome.
I welcome.
I would love to affiliate myself with you and see how we can bring value to
Definitely.
West Covina. You know,
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a selfish man. You know, whatever like my mentor David Lizarga from Telacu taught me very young that we fish for the family, and I'm a fisherman. I believe that I go, I look, I sell, for the family. And who are my family? My Latino brothers and sisters is who I fish for. And if, I welcome all, and again, we talked about, opportunities, right? Well, AB 1392 is going to offer opportunities in California for everybody, Black, Filipino, Asian, Latino, white, whatever you are, it's there, but again, pay attention.
Yeah, got to pay attention.
We're making it happen, but I can only make things happen, and I can't be everywhere. And that's why we reached out to the California Hispanic Chamber and says, hey, you need to start these other guys, get them up and running because they're going to miss the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening that, as Latinos, I don't have time. Well, you don't have time to grow. You don't have time to
I like that.
see what else you can learn. I mean, that's what's the problem is. That the problem is we all want to live in a box and we're comfortable. We don't want to move out of that box. And I'm going to tell you, nobody believed in me my whole life. And I'm sick and tired of trying to prove myself. So I says, you know what? I'm just going to do it my own way. How do we make that happen, right? So we create our own program. And I'm so excited to be a part of the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Valerie. It's people like Valerie that believes. And, I'm usually a guy that's, my speeches are 2 minutes long.
No, well, you know what? It's refreshing to hear you speak and to hear your story, and for you to have just come in and share all the great things that you are doing. Because sometimes, like you said, sometimes we don't pay attention to the outside, what other people are doing, because we're too focused in our business, trying to build our own business, and we don't pay attention to the things that are going to make our business grow. Sometimes we got to get out of the box and explore different ideas and work with different people that could teach us something. People that bring something to the table, not just the BS that exists in, I'm sure both of you guys know, there's just so much, and I love the fact that JR is very passionate. I think you just became a mentor to this guy.
Yeah, you did. I love it, man.
Because
I just had a bromance right here.
I guess I'll share my friends.
Yeah, no, and it was all through the power of networking, power of connection. When we connected with Valerie,
yeah.
she's very resourceful, and I told her straight out yesterday, you are so valuable in so many ways that sometimes we ourselves, because that's the field that we're in, we don't feel that we are, but we're all valuable. We all have our gifts, and we need to share those gifts with the outside, because you never know who you're going to impact, who you're going to help, who's going to say, why didn't I do that 2 years ago? Why didn't I do that? And it's like, because I see, throughout the almost 18 years that I've been working with the small businesses, I just see so much opportunity for, Hispanics, and I just feel like they're in a box. They don't have time to get out and network. They don't have time to explore, where the money could come from for them to grow their business. They don't know about technology that exists. They don't know about all these different things, how our legislative representatives are, can help us, because they're so afraid to reach out.
That's right.
And that's something that we're trying to break, through the different partnerships and the resources that we're hoping to now be able to offer through you.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're right, though. You said something that's key about networking, right? People burn down on it. Mm-hmm. It's people are just tired of passing out cards and they go nowhere, right? So we by design don't have networking events. People says, well, how many mixers do you have? I says, we don't have those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many luncheons do you do? We don't have those. We don't have those because, to me, and it's just my opinion, is that I just think that that's just a waste of money. I would rather spend my money on a business expo and on a portal that really works. I would rather spend my money on doing things that are relevant.
To grow the business.
To grow your business.
Yeah.
My business is fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. You know, if I were to walk away tomorrow, I'm good. I mean, I've listened to my mentors, and that's another thing that we do at the chamber. You know, we give you a contract, we mentor you. You're having trouble trying to figure out how to do that invoicing, we show you how to do the invoicing. You're having trouble trying to figure out your next step, or where you call the chamber, you call me, or you call one of the other individuals that are there, and we're going to help you through it with our staff. And we're going to get a real deal, not a run around. We're going to sit you down. We're going to figure out how to make this happen.
That's awesome.
That's the difference. You know, mentoring is key. You can't just give somebody a job. It's okay, expect them to know what he's doing. You know, but they have the capabilities. Problem is, you just got to show them. You know, if they're working in hospitals, how do you work in confined space? If you're working, you know, in schools, you know, how do you set up the safety barriers? You know, everything is construction or it's work, but everybody has different ways of doing it.
That's right.
And that's what the chamber brings to our membership, is that we're everywhere. We work for the feds, we work for the municipalities, we work for the state. You know, we're experts at it. You know, we work in housing. I didn't even talk about our sustainable, energy efficient housing that we're going to introduce to the state of California at the end of the year. It's an amazing product.
I think you told us a little bit about it when we first met earlier, and so just touch on that a little.
So the next big push is Lithium Valley. So what is Lithium Valley? So the miners have been out there for almost 20-something years. They finally hit lithium, where we've been buying those type of products in other parts of the world. Well, we become dependent on part of places like Thailand or China or Russia. So now we have 85% of the lithium that we need to sustain ourselves for our electrification here in California.
Wow.
And beyond. So we're working with the Department of Defense. We're working with General Motors, with a lot of the bigger groups. So what we did is we started what they call a housing initiative for workforce housing now. So how do we bring, again, it's something that I believe in because of my upbringing, is how do you bring quality of life to our brothers and sisters, our families, so they can take care of their families, as we have affordable for rent housing, quality housing where mom and dad can come home, the kids are happy, it's a nice new place, and it's reasonable. Our homes are going to be rented out 800 square footers, 2 bedrooms, maybe a little bit larger, $1,300. I mean,
wow.
Where are you going to get that? And again, the big boom is going to be Imperial Valley. It's happening already. We're talking about it, but it's going on right now. And we're now getting ready to start construction on the transfer station, where they're going to be bringing the lithium out. They're going to be packaging it, putting it in the train, and taking it to wherever they're going to take it to. I'm not sure.
No, I love it, man. The fact that, because you also said something when we were off camera, you said, businesses have this. They ask, well, if I sign up with you, what do I get? And I love the fact that you're creating doors of opportunity for businesses, because we're like that as well, where, what do I get? What it's not the same old, like, oh, like you said, the mixers, the this, the that, but you have literally created a program to where if businesses sign up with you, they can, if they take advantage of the program and what you guys offer, that they will succeed. You're there for them. Because the complaint is they sign up and then they never hear from the chamber, or just get an email. Oh, we have a breakfast and this, and people are tired of that, like you said. But this is amazing. Like, this is so much.
I almost said, it almost sounds so refreshing to me to hear you say that about, breakfast mixers and this and that, because I think I got really burned out, before COVID, because it was the same old thing, same old thing all the time. And it was like, things are not changing. I just felt like myself I was not growing. I was not growing because it was, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do something different. And this is what stemmed from, from COVID. I decided that I wanted to change things. I wanted to give the businesses a voice. Come and share your story and be an inspiration to other people, because you never know whose life you're going to change by just telling a little bit about your struggles and the things that have made you grow, or maybe you just need help, and we've utilized this platform for that, and we love it because so far, we've had some very key people, that have come on our podcast, and they get to share, about the great things that they are doing, and maybe not
it's amazing.
so great things that they're doing, and it's just so refreshing, so thank you so much for sharing all the great things that you are doing, and we definitely look forward to June 11th.
Yes.
And
so it's June 11th, Pomona Fairplex.
Yes.
From what time to what time again?
Registration is at, I believe, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
We're having what we call a brunch, and we're having a keynote speaker. Our mistress of ceremony is Michelle Valles from Channel 4.
Oh.
So she'll be directing. And then we have Antonia Novella. She is the Surgeon General, the first woman Latina Surgeon General.
Amazing.
Wow.
And you think I'm wrong. Well, I'll tell you what, she's amazing, but she gets to it. And that's what I want everybody to understand, that our chamber gets to it. And not that we discriminate, but we need to understand that the failure of an organization is the weakest link, right? And if you're the weakest link at this point right now, we need to grow this organization to be the powerhouse it is. So I am looking to recruit amazing companies. And if you think you're an amazing company that can bring value and become an asset to an organization like the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce, I encourage you to apply, be a part of it. That way, you know what can I get? I'm asking you, what can I get from you? What can you bring to my party? Right?
That's right.
That's the way I look at
I
it.
like that.
I like that. Yeah. This is a big old party, and I'm glad that I'm so happy that you brought him. This is amazing, and
thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, you'll definitely. And we got to bring you on
I know
again.
you're busy, so thank
No,
you.
no.
Yeah, we got to bring you on again so we can talk a little bit more about your past, because I know you were told that we got to stick focus here. So, but I want to get to know your past. So we'll bring you on again, and let's talk.
Again?
Yeah, why not? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about what it took for you to get to point A to point B. Because a lot of people think they can just start a business and boom, it's ready to go, but they don't understand the struggles and the connections and the resources that you got to get involved with chambers in the city and things just to begin to expand. So thank you again, Darrel. I really appreciate it, man. And
thank you.
We'll have you on again. So guys, don't forget this Wednesday, June 11th, Pomona Fairplex, 8 a.m. check-in, and we'll see you guys there. We will see you there. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Be there.
Be there, yeah. Be there. We'll see you guys there.
Thank you so much for watching Let's Connect Now. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to be a sponsor, contact us today.